It's Music Top 10, and it's 1981. Okay, so let's get started. These are my favourite albums from 1981. Just to remind you, I was 27 years of age at the time, and I was living in England, and in the south of England. Okay, at number 10, Dedication by Gary U.S. Bonds. Gary U.S. Bonds was a famous sort of singer from the late 50s, early 60s. He had a string of pop hits. He was a soul singer, but in 1981, he launched a comeback with the help of the boss Bruce Springsteen, who was involved in the production of this album and also played and sang on the album. I love it. The song Joe Blonde has a duet with Springsteen, and The Pretender is also a strong track. At 9, the second album by Echo and the Bunnymen called Heaven Up Here. This is a strong album. I think better than the first, although maybe not on first listening. The tracks that stand out for me are Show of Strength and Over the Wall. At 8 is Soft Cell, Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret. Now, Mark Elmen launched himself onto the stage at the beginning of the 80s, got a big single hit with Tainted Love. That's on this album, as is Sex Dwarf and Betsy. I find it a very haunting album, but it's a very appealing set of work. So check it out. Soft Cell, Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret. At 7 is Daryl Hall and John Oates with Private Eyes. Full of singles, full of hits, full of good music. What more can you say from this duet? They can sing, they can play, they got a great band. I love the sort of R&B style stuff and the Philly sound, and they're sort of soul rock as such. Private Eyes and I Just Can't Go For That are on that album. Up to number 6 then is Juju by Siouxsie and the Banshees. This is the first Siouxsie album that I bought on vinyl, and it really caught my ear. I love the haunting melodies on here. It really is an album that you need to listen to late at night with the lights off, because it creates that sort of atmosphere. Spellbound, Arabian Nights, Monitor, they're the highlights. At 5 is Controversy by Prince. Slowly got into these early albums, not at the time they were released, I might add, recently, a few years ago, here in Thailand. Do Me Baby, Let's Work and the title track are the highlights. At 4 is East Side Story with Squeeze, another great collection of pop songs by Tilbrook and Difford, with Jules Holland on keyboards. Is That Love, Tempted, and the brilliant single Labeled With Love. At 3, From the Lion's Mouth by The Sound. This band are a big hit in my life and terrific stuff. This was the second album, the second album by Adrian Borland's The Sound. Nobody bought it, I did though, and the songs Silent Air, Sense of Purpose, and my favourite, Winning, are the ones to look out for. At number 2 is Discipline by King Crimson. Robert Fripp launched a sort of newish King Crimson around this time with Adrian Belew on guitar, and they were fantastic. This album had Bruford on it as well, and Matt Gudasai is the highlight, although I love Frame by Frame. So all that does now is to leave us to get to the number 1 album. The number 1 album for 1981 that, in my opinion, was Elvis Costello and the Attractions, the album's name Trust. This is littered with fantastic songs. The lyrics are spellbinding. The style of playing is tremendous, all under the umbrella of pop, but it's a lot more than that. I love Watch Your Step. The opening cut, Clubland, is full of power. You'll Never Be a Man is a amusing take lyrically on being gay. And New Lace Sleeves, I love this song as it sort of takes a look at how we all need something to love or adore. Even presidents have newspaper lovers, Elvis says. So anyway, that's your lot. That's 1981.